Good morning, dear students. Now, in today's class, I am going to revise your first lesson of computational thinking. In this first lesson, we have to analyze the problem, that how we will solve any problem. This is not related with only computer subject. This is the real time problems also, how we will manage them, step by step procedure, how we will uh, find the solutions. We will try and then we will find the best solution. Everything we will discuss in this. Now, one small situation it is given. Aryan is a class 6 student who wants to plant a large number of trees. So you can understand this is not a computer topic. He wants to plant a number of trees, and just how he will manage all these things, how is he is going to manage land, then seed, then water, then everything. He has to think about this. Now, to make his large colony green again, after a significant amount of trees cutting was done to widen the roads, he wants to plant 2000 trees, for which he needs a large number of seedlings. So this is not a small task. He wants to plant 2000 trees, and he wants to plant all these in his colony. So this is a big thing that he is thinking. His budget is limited, and he can't afford to buy so many seedlings. Now, after consulting with some conservation experts on online research, he concluded that seedlings can be grown at home at a lesser cost. So this is not possible to plant them on the ground and give water everything. So he searched, and he find that he can grow the seedlings in his house in a small area, and then after he can transfer it in the main ground. He first break the massive task into smaller one, studies each subtask individually, and work a step-by-step solution for each task. As a result, Aryan succeeded in getting 1000 new trees planted, as his colony is now green again. So how he has means organized his way. He has divided his work in small work, and then he started that particular work. Now, what is computational thinking? Computational thinking is a thought process that teaches us how to solve complex real world problems in such a way that a human or a computer can effectively carry these out. So this is only the step by step procedure through which we can uh, uh, break down the main work in small parts, and we can accomplish them in a small amount of time. So this is very easy to check small work efficiently. It is fundamental skill for everyone, not just for computer scientists. It involves solving problem by following the concepts necessary for computer science. Means this is not only for the computer designers. Everybody who is here in this life, he has to think every problem efficiently so that he can proceed in efficient way in his life. Now there are few components. The first is your analysis. In this phase we are trying to understand the problems. We are trying to understand the complexity of the problem so that we can give and we can apply better solution. Analysis is the process of understanding the problem and conditions and defining the goals. Means how you will solve, what you are going to do, and then after how you will manage all these things. This you have to think in this process. Then decomposition, breaking down a large problem into smaller parts which are easier to understand. So in this part we will divide the large problems in small parts, and then it will be very easy to understand. Like if we are going to some place, then before going we have to manage everything, that how we will go, by which bus or train we are going, how much money we should have, everything we will think. The smaller part can be examined closely and solved individually. Because of this reason we are dividing the work. So if the work is small, it will be very closely examined and we can understand it nicely. Now, pattern recognition. Observing patterns, trends and similarities in the data is known as pattern recognition. Means if a work is repeated again and again, if repeatedly we are doing it, let's an example, we are studying, We are studying since our childhood. We are doing this repeatedly, daily by daily. We have to do the same thing. So why not we are efficient in this? Why not we are thinking about this? We should develop certain ways, certain paths to accomplish this work very nicely, because we are doing it regularly. Daily we have to do this. Now, abstraction. Abstraction is the process of filtering out details or components of a problem to focus on the relevant ones. Means we have to just observe the main parts from the problem, and we will deal only with that particular point. Abstraction will not tell you the detail of any problem. It will give you the main point of the whole situation. Let's an example. You purchased a car, so nobody will tell you how engine works, how tire works, how suspension works. Nobody will tell you. You have to only learn the driving sense of the car. You must know the driving of the car. If any problem is there, then they will take care. So abstraction means only getting the main information from the whole problem. Now, algorithm. Algorithm is the step by step process that we are thinking before solving the problem. Means if any problem is there, we have to means divide them, and we have to think about the process, that how and what we will do for solving this problem. So this is called algorithm. Simple, it is the step by step thinking process to solve any problem. Now, in algorithm design, one more thing I would like to explain, that the previous problem which we have discussed, means the problem which that class 6 student was facing to plant number of trees. In that situation, the step by step process he has followed, that is the algorithm design. The first process, he has collected the seeds and saplings. This is the first process for planting any trees. And during the monsoon season, many seeds can found fallen under the trees. Also, newly spotted seedlings can be collected from under the trees. Means it can be collected from the trees and downside trees, and it can be purchased from outside. So this is the thinking process to plant a trees. We have to means manage that how and from where we will get it. Second process, making sapling containers. Sapling container should be there. If you want to grow a tree, then definitely you must need a container, and some soil and some water will be there. Third process, making the mix needed for nursery bags. Means you have to make a mix. You have to make a mix to prepare the good to prepare a good nutritious soil for the plant. Next one, bagging of seed sapling. You have to bag the seeds, and then you have to plant it in the ground. Nurturing the sapling, then after you have to give water, and you have to protect it from animals. Then planting, after this you have to plant it in the ground. So all these are the simple thinking process that we have to follow regularly and repeatedly. Now, the flow chart. Flow chart is a design and the step by step process which we will apply to solve the problem. And this is the algorithm design also, we can say. In algorithm design, we are writing it in English sentences, and in the flow chart we are making it in a uh, structure like design. You can see here, start. So any work we have started, then collect seed and sapling. This is the second process. Then prepare, buy containers. You have to prepare, or you have to buy containers. Then prepare the mix, and then after, is it seed or sapling? If seed is there, then you have to sow it inside the ground, and if sapling is there, then you have to sow the root only, and the upper portion should be outside the ground. Then after, in both the cases, you have to nurturing, then planting, and then your work is over. So if we are giving the work in the form of this kind of design, this kind of step by step process, this is called flow chart. This is also very efficient because we are showing it a very complex situation in a very easy manner. So this is called flow chart. Now, using computational thinking for programming, how will you use this skill in the programming section? When you are developing an IT application, computational thinking enables you to work out exactly what you tell the computer. Means if you have an idea to implement, then definitely you must accomplish it within time, and how will you explain it to the computer, this should be very clear in your writing. Now computer to do and then convert the solution into a programming language. So whatever you are writing in a programming section, it should be understood by the computer. So this is called computational thinking of a programming. Now student, for this class only these topics I have given you for your learning purpose. You have to read this lesson again, and if you have any doubt, please ask me. And rest of the lesson revision portion I will cover in the after finishing revision I will take your test also. Thank you students.